Hey guys, quick side note before the video begins. I just wanted to say that at the time I was recording, I was quite sick, my mic was being weird, and I was just a bit stuttery, so I apologize for poor quality of recording and stuff. Anyway, I'll stop yapping. Enjoy. Alright, hello guys, welcome to a video. I know it's been a while, I know I've been away, I know I've had all kinds of things happen here and there, but I'm back, and today I'm going to be showing you a little bit about some of the levels I've made, how I've made these YouTube videos, etc. You know, I'm going to be specifically using my most popular video, the absolute worst extreme demon gameplay. I'm going to be showing you guys how I made that, giving you a bit of insight, and afterwards I'll probably give an update on where I think I'll go with the channel in the future. So yeah, let's get straight into it. Okay guys, so we're going to start by making a new level. This was essentially what I did. First thing that I generally did was I made a new level, and this was essentially just going to be my terrible level. So I'll probably do like a montage of me building some terrible extreme demon gameplay. You should like and subscribe. Pause. Forgot the most important thing. When you're choosing a song, you generally want to choose something popular, something that's known pretty well among the community, whether that's a Dim Rain song or a Water Flame song, it doesn't really matter. In my case, most of the time I'll choose something like At the Speed of Light. In the context of the worst extreme demon gameplay, I think from memory I used a mix of songs, like Unknown Song, Creo Crazy. I can't fully remember. Maybe I'm talking about another video. It's been a year. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I did use some pretty popular extreme demon songs, and yeah, let's get back to it. Okay, and I think that just about completes this, because this is just a demonstration. I've got about 15 seconds of extreme demon gameplay, and that's like the bulk of the work done. The next step, and this one's quite important for showcasing your level, we're going to bot it. So we're going to record a bot to play the level for us, and we're going to fix anything if we need to. So what I was saying was that we're going to bot it, and that's going to play level for us so that we can essentially just get through it. And yeah, we're going to start that bot process. Oh, what is wrong with me? Botting process. Let's move the phone away so you don't hear the vibration. We're going to start the botting process now. So search here. But it should be its own little thing. Yep, right up here. Go record. We go new, and we'll just say absolute worst. Okay. I was saying, and go to record. We're going to create a new replay called absolute worst gameplay. Don't care if there's a few mistakes. No, that looks fine. Create. We're on recording. Practice mode fix. Looks good to me. Now, I will also put speed hack to 0.3, what it was at before, so that I can actually get through some of the sections. Sorry, just had to mute my Tamagotchi. Anyway, so let's begin that botting process now. quick side note, I'd recommend turning on show hitboxes as well, so that it's a bit easier to see where you need to click. Okay, well, things are about to get interesting because you see, for the rest of my recording, my mic was muted or something wasn't working, so I'm gonna have to commentate over the top of everything else. Yay. Okay, well, you've now finally finished your bot, which is great. You should open the mod menu, which I will do in a second, and you should save your bot. You should save your bot. There we go. So we should save it, and then usually you just press playback. You would just select your bot, load it, you'd change the speed, and then you'd load it, and then you'd play. Now, I had some issues here. I fucked up, and so my bot just for some reason didn't work. So I'm gonna cut this. And so finally, after painstakingly re-recording my bot, it should now work now, which it's doing, but we're not quite done yet. I am just going to do this full test, you know, because I'm not voice recording over this. This is completely raw footage. I'm just playing a level right now, botting or whatever. Yep, I've confirmed that the bot works, which is great. So now we're going to make it even better though, because now we're going to add the click sounds mod. Upon navigating to the main menu and clicking on the geode icon at the bottom, assuming you have geode installed, you will then go to the download page where you will search for click sounds and install it just like that under the manage section. We'll then proceed to install, then you must restart your game. Hey, would you look at that? My mic came back. Okay, we've got recording of audio for the next part. So, now that you have click sounds downloaded, we are going to go into my install mods and look for it. Here it is. Then we go to settings. So, now you can enable your click sounds, you can change the volume, you can select which one you want to use. You can just select from one of these. I like to use the bloody mouse, which sounds like that. Then you have your release sounds, which I don't use, or with that. There's plenty of options you can play around with here, but now that I've enabled it, I'm simply going to press apply. Now that we've got that, we're going to go back to the level, and now that we're back here and we have our clicks enabled, we can play back on the bot, press load, and simply jump right in. Enjoy. And just like that, we have a bot and a level. Typically, you would disable these icons in the top left corner, maybe turn off the percentage, but that's all personal preference. Now, we get to the editing part, which I will go into. Okay, and now we've made it to Adobe Premiere Pro, which is my personal choice of editor. However, whatever you want to use, go ahead. Doesn't really matter beyond this point, as long as you can use your editor to make the video you want. So, I choose to use Premiere Pro because I'm familiar with the Adobe suite. So, now that we have this recording that I've just taken, it's a lot of raw footage of me speaking, we are going to obviously cut out the excess because you would probably just record your gameplay. Double checking the video. There it is. That's our video. We want it to cut. We probably want it to cut. Probably here because then I'm going to start yapping right after. So, we're going to delete that. This is our video. Generally, at least for my old project, this was all we needed. Okay, now that we've got our individual footage recorded, that should be all we need, because in my old videos, that's all I really did. I just had some raw footage and it was just cut to place like this, with a thumbnail and a title. There really isn't a whole lot of editing to it. You can, there's plenty of things you can do. You can increase the audio gain if it's too quiet, or if you want it to be ear rape just to be annoying, or you can like edit the video however you want, add in sound effects. That's all up to you, but that's not what I did, so we're not going to cover that in this tutorial. So that's essentially my full video. I would simply go ahead and export that. It's been a while since I've done this, it's been like a few months. Media, and I would just select all of this stuff. So then I would call this absolute worst. Whatever, it does not matter in the end of the day. Simply export this as a video. Now that it's exported, it's time to move to our next step in the process, and that is making the thumbnail. Now, once we've made it to Photoshop, we're going to select the size. Now, if you really want a high quality image, you can go with 1920 by 1080. However, when I tried that a few times, sometimes I had to scale it down because it took up too much storage for YouTube to allow. So, just to be safe, I like to choose 1280 by 720 because it's just a downscaled version of 1920 by 1080. It still fits the thumbnail size perfectly, and because the thumbnails are small anyway, you won't really notice a dip in quality. Now, once we've made it here, what I generally like to do with my videos was to incorporate a wave section, because the wave sections are generally the hardest. So I'm going to add the mini wave section that I made in the level. So let's get that ready to go now. Okay, so here in my Windows Media Player, I have the exact part that I want to use. Generally, what I'd do is I would actually play in Geometry Dash. I would pause using the mod that, or the in-game feature, I can't remember what it is now, that adds a little eye in the corner when you pause, and then I would even sometimes go into the editor and add a zoom trigger just to maintain quality. For the purpose of this example, I'm going to use Windows Shift S for screen snipping tool, and then I'm just going to grab this whole section. And now that I've copied it, I'm going to minimize Media Player and just paste it straight into my Photoshop. As you can see, it's lost a bit of quality because I didn't do it the other way, but that is a-okay, because for the purpose of this video, it works just fine. Then, the next thing I like to do is angle it a little bit, you know? Really emphasize the part of the level. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. The difficulty and intensity of the level. Sometimes I'd even color it red. And with that, we generally just want to do the classic YouTube thumbnail thing and oversaturate it. So we're going to go over to here, going to go hue saturation, and just crank that up a little bit. And then the next thing I like to add is I like to add some anime speed lines. You can find them on Google, just search up transparent anime speed lines, something along the lines of that, and then you can save it and put it in. And we have it just there. As you can see, I've got it called clickbait lines. I'm just gonna scale that correctly to the screen, and we're already getting somewhere. Now, if you want, you can leave it like that. Otherwise, you can go to the Geometry Dash Font Generator, a website by GD:, and we can grab it from the downloads folder. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. And just like that, we have the text, which you can make even bigger. And if you want to make the text pop a little bit more, here's one thing I would recommend. Add another layer, go to the paintbrush, make it relatively large with a lower hardness. Then you'll simply keep it on probably normal mode will be fine. Make sure that the color is black. We might want it to be a bit bigger. Yeah, up to 200. And just reducing the opacity, I like to keep it around 25%. You can shade behind the text to make it pop a bit more, just like that. However, this is a really bad example. The positioning is not great. I would rather have the text somewhere up here or over here, but at least you understand the concept. You would then export that as a PNG. Now that we're done in Photoshop, you're essentially done. As long as you know your title, you're good to go. So let's go to YouTube. And now that we are in YouTube Studio, we can upload our video and upload our thumbnail, give it a title, enter a description. You might want to enter some tags in there like hashtag GD, hashtag geometry dash, hashtag memes, etc. Whatever tags you want to add, these will help people find your videos. However, I would not recommend adding more than 15. General sources say no more than 20, but just to be safe, I would not recommend more than 15. I would recommend 10 to 15 tags. That's where I've got the best results, at least. Then you upload your thumbnail and make sure it's on not made for kids because it's just easier and you reach more audience. And now we have our thumbnail, everything. You can add cards, add subtitles, add a quiz I added once just for the fun of it. Now these cards pop up in the top right corner of the screen when watching the video, and they can help direct viewers to other videos. Subtitles, if you have talking in your video, which doesn't apply to this, and an end screen, just to, you know, help people find your channel page and see your other videos. Anyway, then you're just going to want to make sure it's on public and hit upload. And that's it. Tutorial done. That is how I made the absolute worst Extreme Demon gameplay, my Geometry Dash video, which has, I don't know how many views now, but it's a lot. So yeah, I'd like to thank you guys for watching and for sticking around. It was good to make this video, honestly. It's good to be back and good to discuss a bit of my channel. Before I randomly, abruptly, awkwardly end the video, I did say I'd mention a bit about the future of this channel. So, put simply, I'm still not going to stick to a dedicated schedule, at least at this stage. However, I am going to try and upload maybe at least once a month. That said, right now is a really weird time to be saying that, considering exams. I'm in the middle of exams right now, and I'm also picking up a lot more shifts at work. So, no promises right off the bat, but at some point within this year, I would like to get back into, at the very least, monthly or fortnightly uploads. We'll see what happens. I might even upload a burst of videos at once. So I'm just saying that now because right now it is the 8th of June 2026 as of recording this now. And if it doesn't upload for a few weeks, chances are I've got a few more surprises for you over the next few days. So we'll see. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace. See you in the next one, which will hopefully be soon.